That being said, you ready to talk about our draft grades versus some of these other drafts in the division, right? Got to do a little.
Our division's drafting good as of late.
They have been right?
Really good.
Cleveland's got a lot of experience with it, you know. So I will throw that out there. Also, I'm supposed to, because this is what you do on YouTube. If you haven't done so, make sure you're subscribing to the channel and hitting the like button. I know we got people.
What likes are we at? Because we hit the goal whenever we said it last time.
We did. All right, so right now we're currently sitting at 64 likes.
What?
Oh, we need more than that, baby. Come on now. The people.
Wow. Just because this isn't the podcast after the draft, people.
We still packed out here now. It's still a good crowd in here. But yeah,
we need those likes though.
Gotta get the likes, man. That's what they say. Hit the like button, man. It's simple. It's just a little.
We're at 60. Can we do 300 again?
I feel like
is that too tall of a task?
What? We're not even. I mean, we're about the halfway point. Okay. If we can't get to 300 by the halfway point, like, what are we doing? That means that they're not liking us.
Do we take the week off?
Put the pressure on them. Y'all want us to come back? We need 300 likes. Otherwise, we out, man. We're gonna Cinco de Mayo all week. We don't charge you. Just hit the like button. That's it, right? It's a simple concept.
Yeah. Just hit the like button.
That's a good. That's. I like what you think, right? Put the pressure on them, man.
We can't do this all the time. This is just a one-time deal. We can't just always be threatening. Hey, we're gonna walk off. That's just not a good vibe.
Because you know what happened. They gonna Mason Rudolph us. They gonna find another show and be like, well, I'm gonna watch this guy instead until y'all prove that y'all really want to be here. And then we gotta come back and be like, no, we really love you guys. I promise you're gonna be here.
Yeah.
We don't want to do all that.
We can't do that. Yeah. It's just toxic. We can't be doing that.
Yeah, we're only toxic on Sundays. We don't get toxic during the week. All right, we got rules to our toxicity. All right, man. But to start it out, man, I figure let's go with Baltimore. Why not talk about them a little bit, man, as we compare our draft, right?
Sure.
So obviously, when we're just thinking about what their first round picks, Rashard Bateman, wide receiver out of Minnesota, then they got Jason Oweh, the outside linebacker out of Penn State. Just simply sitting right there because obviously they don't have a second round pick. I like the Bateman move. I think that definitely upgrades them from a receiving standpoint. But to me, I don't like the Jason Oweh move. We talked.
You
about
weren't
him.
the biggest fan of him.
I wasn't. He tests really well. He has the intangibles, but he doesn't have the productivity. I don't like guys who have all these intangibles and no productivity. And knowing that they need outside linebacker, I just don't think that gets the job done for them. Along with the fact that once they traded Orlando Brown, they really didn't try to get a guy there. Like, I know they had the deal done with Al a week prior, and he just sat on it for obviously their calculation period, which really upset me. I'm like, not only are you going to sign with the ops, but you're going to do them a favor. You're going to sit on this deal for a whole week. Remember, he took the visit, and we were just like, whoa, what's going to happen? You set him for the whole week to make sure the comp pick calculation wasn't jacked up. Like, that's crazy. You're like Benedict Arnold, but I'm not going there. It's all love. It's all love. But I was not feeling that at all. That's all I'm saying, man. But when I see them not really address that position early on, I wasn't really a fan of it. Now, I do like the fact they got Ben Cleveland, though, right? The guard. Mm-hmm. Now, I know he's the third round pick, but as a whole, I wasn't as impressed with this as some of the national media is. I see the national media. You see the grades they're giving out? Man, we get the worst grade of the draft. Worst. I'm like, what draft are y'all watching?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
You know what it comes down to with our grade with the national media? It's like they stick to that philosophy of just you can't draft a running back in the first round. They just stick with that and don't take a step back and say, hey, they got the best running back on the board, the best running back in the draft.
Not just the best
they really need a running back. It was pick 24.
You can make a case that he was the best player available at 24. I personally was the best player available at 24.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here, man?
You're not going to get him in the second round. Why isn't that a good pick for the Steelers? People are just so set on that philosophy. And then I think they even rip on the tight end pick of Pat Freiermuth. But we've talked about this, the importance of tight ends like that in the league. How many people or teams have been in the Super Bowl that have had these bona fide tight ends that provide the mismatch problems? We address the offensive line later, but then it goes back to what I was saying. Zach Banner or Chooks versus some of those left tackles and right tackles that were available in some of those earlier rounds. Mm-hmm. Who'd you rather take next year? I don't know. Maybe the Steelers know a little bit more than you. That's it. That's what I'm hanging my hat on.
Just maybe they know a little bit.
I'm just hanging my hat on that. Yeah. So some of these clowns up here ripping on our draft, I just don't like it.
Listen, I would trust that the Steelers know a lot more than a lot of us out here, man, as it pertains to just building their roster and things like that. But still, I just don't understand that sentiment. Baltimore, their draft, was it good? Sure.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
But they still didn't address their biggest needs to me. I thought their biggest needs was O-line in outside linebacker, and obviously wide receiver as well. We got to because they have multiple needs. I like what they did at receiver, but like I said, I'm not a fan of the Jason pick. To me, he's like a poor man's version of
so you think
Yannick Ngakoue.
So you think he's gonna be starting like right off the bat?
I don't know if he's gonna be starting right off the bat, but my thing is this: if he's not starting right off the bat, who are they putting out there on top of that? They don't have like bona fide. Like, you know how we have.
They
guys.
lost Jude on.
Yeah.
Who do they have? They have like Pernell McPhee back there.
That's long gone, man. In terms of like him being the guy, like that's over with. That's my thing, man.
Yeah, let me look up their depth chart real quick. They have Malik Jackson still. But yeah, so here's my spin with the Owe pick.
Mm-hmm.
I thought their draft was fine. Like it wasn't splashy where like they hit on all of their needs, and I guess I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on the offensive line if they thought they had the Al pick locked up or the Al
if they think
signing.
That, and you kind of said this too when you were talking about Banner, right? Didn't you say Banner in 2021 is going to be better than whatever right tackle we were going to draft?
Sure.
They could be saying a similar thing with Al.
Yeah.
They could definitely be saying
okay,
that.
So they have, I'm sorry, I butchered his name. Malik Harrison.
Yeah.
And Pernell McPhee.
Mm-hmm.
So
but Malik is in, I'm trying to think who's there.
So he was there. Oh, Tyus Bauer.
There we go.
Bowser.
That's who it was. Bauer. Yeah. I was about to say, no, because Malik is an inside guy.
Yeah. Those are their linebackers then. My thing with the Owe pick as it pertains to the Ravens is I think they're good at developing defensive guys. That's my only thing. If he went to the Jets, if he went to like the Texans or some shitty team, I wouldn't have liked the pick as much for them.
Edge rushes though. That's what I'm trying to remember.
I don't know. I mean, can you say you're developing Suggs?
No, you didn't develop Suggs. You can make the case with Smith though. With was it Preston? Right? Yeah. Preston was the one that was there. You can make a case with him. I'm trying to think. The rest of these guys were inside guys. Like CJ Mosley was an inside guy. What was the other guy? Daryl. I forgot his last name, but he was another inside. I'm trying to think like which edge guys have they really just brought in and developed like that? Whereas like in Pittsburgh, we know, okay, we brought in this guy, he developed. This guy developed. That guy didn't develop. This guy didn't develop. This guy kind of developed. Like we could talk about those guys. I don't know. But I will say this with Wink Martindale, their DC, he is going to figure out the best plan for those guys. But to me, that just knowing how much of a need I thought it was for them, I personally I would have rather have went with a more productive player.
Yeah, I was gonna say someone a little more polished, maybe.
Yeah,
I think that's just my standpoint. I'll give the Ravens the benefit of the doubt right there, just because they're a pretty well-run organization, especially on the defensive side. Because they brought in some dudes that have fallen in the past. Like I remember Jimmy Smith, he was extremely talented, and they ended up drafting him. He turned out to be do pretty well for them. They consistently do that, so we'll see if same thing occurs with Owe, but. They hit on the receiver in the first round, which they needed to do. Now the receiving core actually looks kind of pretty decent on paper.
It actually
with
does,
Bateman,
right?
Watkins, and then Marquise Brown. And then I think the rest of the picks were just really depth pieces.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get too excited about it.
Sean Wade, man. You saw they got him in the 5th round, right? Now he was a guy that got mixed reviews. Like some people liked him a lot, thought he should be an earlier grade. Then others pointed to games where he was
that he kind of shit the bed.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, he could be a slot corner for them, but I think right off the bat he's just going to be a depth guy. That's my thing.
Yeah,
and that's what I think.
Well, and they do got some nice corners already out there.
That's what I mean. That's what I think. From rounds 3 to 5, they didn't have a 6th or 7th round pick. Those are just guys. Maybe they're high on. They think they can develop. It's not like the Steelers draft, and it's not a. This is my point. It's not a knock against the Ravens draft because they do have a pretty nice roster. It's not like they had all these needs where in the first 3 or 4 rounds they had to hit on everyone. These guys could potentially be starters for them. So yeah, I think they did all right in those first 2 rounds. And yeah, you're right with Ben Cleveland too. That was a nice pick. But
I like that one because we talked about he brings that physical. That's the guy that we liked here.
Yeah, we were
about
talking
that. Definitely would have enjoyed him being here, man.
So yeah, I'm good with their draft. I think it was a fine draft. It just doesn't have the splash. And they picked up what's his face, who we were talking about, safeties. Darius Washington.
Oh,
he was
undrafted. Yeah,
he was undrafted.
Yes, crazy, right?
Crazy. So yeah, I thought they did pretty well. I think the whole AFC North did well.
I do too. I do think that the whole AFC North had really good drafts. That's the thing as well.
They all did well last year too. Remember when we were sitting up here?
Absolutely did.
I mean, you think of the Bengals with Burrow.
They killed it.
Yeah, Bengals and Ravens did good, and then Browns obviously killed it too. So yeah, it's a good division. 3 teams made the playoffs last year,
absolutely,
and the Bengals are on the upslope too.
Yeah. And we should have something similar going into this year. I mean, I just think that that's what this division is. That's how it's been historically, and we just got to keep that legacy going, man. We got to keep this division being a legit we don't look at our division like the NFC East. We're not looking at it like that. We don't do that. Like,
so we're comparing Steelers versus Ravens.
Yeah,
like,
man,
who had the better draft?
Put it like this. I feel like we got the better players. But I don't know.
I'm going us. I gave us an A+, so I can't really.
Yeah, you did give us A+, yeah. I feel like we had a slightly better draft than Baltimore. For me, like I said, it was just mainly the Oweh pick. That him in the first round, I just wasn't feeling that at all. So to see that they took him and knowing that that's a position of need for them, that's the part that really just, I don't like that a lot. I feel like if you're going to use one of those picks, you use it on something that's going to give you impact right now. You think about how we are with Najee. You think about how we are with Pat. Those two guys are coming and giving us impact. Then from the rest of it, you can, you splitting hairs when you get through, around 4 and 5, because for them, they only have 4th and 5th round picks. So
like, all these dudes are going to be on the bench.
Right. But technically, it's like their 5th round prospects. You can make a case are, a little bit further along than our 6th and 7th round prospects. But that makes sense because of where they were taken. So that's the part that makes it just a little bit interesting. But for me, I'm leaning towards the Pittsburgh Steelers right here, man.
Yeah.
All right, we got to go check the chat, man, because that's what the chat do, man. And shout out to y'all. Y'all responding in the likes. I see y'all. They up to 137 right now.
Damn, we're moving.
We getting up there. We getting there. We getting there.
300.
But let's see, man. As a whole, here we go. All right, so Call Me K says Ravens had the 3rd or 4th best draft in the division. I can definitely see that just based on what we're already feeling.
Yeah, I'd say 3rd.
Yeah. All right. Oh, Myron's talking about Deshaun Wade, the corner that they drafted. Says Wade will be good in a hybrid safety role. Put him on an island like last season, or excuse me, put him on an island like this season. He's toast. That's what it's been looking like for him right now. Unfortunately, that's what it's been looking like. But he might play just slot out there though, man. When you think about their 2 corners, actually 3 corners what they had, because they still got Jimmy out there as well.
Yeah.
So they got a nice little secondary going on right now, man. All right. Yeah, Winner says they're probably 3rd.
I agree. I have them 3rd.
And then Jev 3.0 says Steelers draft 100% better than the Ravens. We addressed our needs to win now. I do agree with that. And then Nick says Ravens get an F. Capital F too. I like that.
No credit.
That's big Deke energy right there, baby. If you gonna say it, you say it. All right. And then, I do agree with this too, Myron. Was it Tylan? I think they said Tylan Wallace, the wide receiver, the speedy cat. Yeah, they said that he's going to be seeing a lot of time in Baltimore's offense.
There'll be some competition for that 4th spot. You already have Bateman, Watkins, and Marquise Brown. So yeah, they drafted Duvernay last year. There's going to be a couple guys, but it goes back to what I said. Like, I don't think he's going to be making as much of an impact as our 4th round pick. Like, he might be starting for us. Whereas for them, maybe this dude gets like 5 snaps a game or something.
Absolutely, man.
At least right off the bat, you never know what could happen. If he gets hot, then it's almost like you can't keep the player off the field if they're doing so good.
This is true, man. I'm going to read a couple more before we switch to this next team in the division. All right. Just Lucas simply says Steelers draft gets a BDE+.
Sure.
Talking about that big Deke energy.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Makes
plus
sense.
with it. I like that, man.
That's what I said whenever I tweeted it out. I tweeted out a picture of Colbert and Tomlin. I said big Deke energy because they were displaying it
they
all
were.
draft, throughout the whole draft.
Man. They definitely were. I like it. All right. And I think two more before we get up out of this segment. Tritas over said, oh, man, I hate when it does it. I got a little update, like, checked everything. All right. So he says, good draft for Baltimore, but nothing crazy. And then Steelers game, you'll like this. Talking about Ravens get a F ... I say capital F the Ravens. I like your style. It's PG-13. I gotta keep it family friendly, man.
Sure.
But you get my drift. So we're good. We are good.
Dude, you hear something? What?
Hold on, bro. Oh, wait a minute. Is that the people? We got an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, another episode is brought to you by Manscaped, and they just actually called me up. I had my little earpiece in, and they just exclusively just dropped this new Lawnmower 4.0. I mean, we saw the 3.0, right? We said the 3.0 was a bad mamma jamma generational, but they just dropped the 4.0. Oh my God. And today, ladies and gentlemen, y'all are going to get a little reveal right on air just for y'all because we care about y'all and we know y'all care about us. And it's a whole new balls game, baby. That's what it is now. So let's just, while we over here, let's see how we turn.
Does it still have the light?
It has the light. We got to have the light because we're tactical.
Yeah.
It has the Manscaped. Apparently, I could turn the light off. Let me see if I can get this popping on camera real quick. I could turn the light off.
Damn.
Can I?
No, I'm good. I'm good right now.
Did I use it?
Because I'm.
No, it smells good. But ladies and gentlemen,
I might bring the beard back. So
if you do, just whenever you need a little trim on your trim, I got you, baby. New Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0. You definitely want to get this. And as y'all already know, man, your delicate areas, your twins, the two dangling ones, they will thank you for that. Oh, and I almost forgot, Deke. It wouldn't be a read if we didn't have a promo code, right? We don't do anything without promo codes. So with
that's a demand of ours, huh?
Absolutely. Use the promo code MOTES. Receive up to 20% off on all of your orders along with free shipping. Love free shipping. Love promo codes. Love 20% off. So like I said, man, use the promo code MOTES, and then that way you can take care of your delicate twins, baby.